Do you want to know how to make money from paid surveys as a complete beginner? Then this video is for you. My name is Michael and I have taken thousands of paid surveys online and I have tested hundreds of different platforms that offer paid surveys. And many viewers here on my channel seem to be confused about certain things, so therefore I wanted to create a complete guide to how to earn from paid surveys, where I show you exactly how to get started, how much you can earn, how to avoid the scams, and everything you need to be aware of, and how to find the best opportunities for you. So if you think this sounds relevant for you, then just keep watching. So let's start by going over a question I get all the time, and that is, why can I get paid by taking paid service? Isn't it just a scam? Is all service sites not just scams? And there are definitely scams, but no, not all service sites are scams. There are many, in fact, hundreds of legit paid service sites. And the reason we can get paid by taking paid service is that this is market research. This is valuable information from, for example, companies, organizations that need to get the feedback of consumers and of regular people. And the fastest way to do that is to do it online, because you can reach like thousands of people in like a very short time period and get all that feedback and gather it, and then they can help that to improve their services and products and everything like that. But they also know that people value their time. You're not going to just spend 5, 10, 20 minutes doing surveys over and over again if you do not get compensation. So this information is valuable for them, so they're willing to pay for it. So they pay survey companies that conduct this market research, and they share some of that information with us that take the paid service. So it's definitely a real way to earn. I have earned a lot of money actually by taking paid service. We'll talk more about the full earning potential later, but I also have a full playlist here on my channel with payment proof of all kind of sites, so you can see that paid service sites actually really do pay. I will leave a link to that playlist also in the top corner and also below, so you can check that out. And what I would say is one of the biggest advantages of paid service is that it is the easiest way to start earning a bit of extra money on the side online if you do it with the right expectation, because you can start earning right away and you can do this no matter your background. But let's then go more into how this actually works and how you can get started. So as mentioned, there are hundreds of different paid service sites that are legit. I will talk later about how you find the best one for you, because what are the best ones for me is not necessarily the best one for you, but more about that later. I just jumped to one of my favorite sites, which is PriceRebel, to show you how it in general works. That's not just on PriceRebel, that's on basically all sites where you can earn by taking paid surveys. You can go there and then you just need to register. Often you get the choice to join with an email and create a password, or use Google or maybe Facebook or other social media accounts. And usually it will take 2 minutes to join a paid service site. One note: always make sure it's a free site. Any paid service site that requires a fee to join will end up scamming. You should not pay to join a service site, just to make that completely clear. And then when you have joined the site or the sites you want to use, then you can start taking paid service. So I'll just jump to another site and show you exactly how that would work. So I'm now on another of my favorite sites called FreeCast, because it offers a lot of different ways to earn and a lot of paid surveys. And in this case, I would go to the earn section and find the survey partners. But on any service site, where you find them will be different, because some service sites only offer paid surveys. So then the only thing you can see when you come in is paid surveys. Others are what called get paid to site, where you can also find other options. So then you just need to find a survey section. And some sites you need to go here, like FreeCast, for example. I need to go and choose to check if there's available service. Some service sites, they will send you invitation links also, or emails with links to the available service when there are new ones available. That's usually not the get paid to site that has a lot of different ways to earn. That's the service sites that are specialized in only surveys, in my experience. But those sites also, it's good to go there once in a while and check for available service. And how it works is that you will just choose a survey or a provider, because sometimes they have different providers, and then click it. And then you will usually get a list where it estimates approximately how long it will take, they are usually quite accurate. Sometimes it can take a bit longer, sometimes a little bit shorter, and then you will see how much you earn. In this case, it is points because that's you earn in free cash. On other platforms, you can see it in your local currency. That will vary, but all you then need to do is just to choose the survey and just reply honestly to all the questions. But just be aware that quite often when it comes to paid service, you will not qualify. You will reply to a few questions and then you might be told this is not the right survey for you because they are looking usually for feedback from specific demographic groups. So it can be your age, it can be where you live, all these kind of different things. It can be your income, it can be your education. They often looking for people with certain backgrounds or experiences. And you will not qualify for all paid surveys. That is just how it is. And do not try to lie because they usually have systems in place. So if you take many surveys and they find out you lie or you're inconsistent, you'll just get banned and blocked and will not get paid because the information for the companies that pay for this, it's useless if we lie. So it's also not just unethical, it will also get you banned and you won't get paid anyway. So just make sure to be honest. I do have an article on my website about how you can optimize your chances of qualifying for more. I will also leave that below so then you can go and check that out for some more tips about that. But let's talk more about how much can you overall earn by taking paid surveys. So the big question is then, how much can you earn by taking paid surveys? And I actually have a full video where I just talk about that and show different earning examples. I will leave a link in the top corner to that. I'm on it right now, but I still just want to address it here because it is one of the most asked questions. And let me just make it completely clear. Paid service is not a full-time job. It's not something that will make you rich. It's not something that you can do for a living. This is very important to understand. This is a way to have your opinion heard and earn some extra money on the side at the same time. It's the absolute easiest way to start earning some extra money at the same time. But if you want to make a full-time income online, this is not the right opportunity for you. But in certain countries, you can make quite decent money, some really nice extra money on the side with a little bit of effort. As mentioned, I will talk more about that in this full video I have a link to in the top corner. But in some countries, it is actually possible to maybe reach $1,000. In others, it might only be $100 per month or less. That really does vary from country to country because how many services are available does depend a lot on the country you live in. And a very important little note, do not try to cheat or fake your country by using VPN. Service sites see a lot of fraud, and if you cheat like this, you're basically stealing from real people, real companies behind that are also just trying to make a living, and you are actually stealing from them. But not only that, is not just only unethical, also most service sites know that unfortunately there are a lot of people that don't care about ethical aspects and will still try to cheat. So they have strict security. They will find out if you use a VPN and then you will get banned and blocked and will not get paid. And they often have some kind of verification system before you get paid. So they will find out in most cases, and you will just end up wasting your time and not getting paid anyway. So that's just a very important note. But let's talk about a very important aspect then. How do you find the best paid service sites for you? Because as mentioned, what is good in one country might not be the best in another. So let's go over that. So the most important aspect when it comes to finding the best paid service sites for you is to find the right ones for your country, because it really does vary from country to country. And that is why I on my website have made a list manually that I keep updating with the best sites from different countries. And this is by talking to thousands of people all over the world, by talking to the companies, the survey sites, and by doing a lot of testing and research myself, that I am building this out. And you can see them there. For example, the best ones for the US, Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, all these different countries are the ones that in general have decent number of paid surveys. And then I have gathered them the best of the best sites in these different countries. And it's always a good idea to join several sites because you will then get access to more paid service and more opportunities. But I will leave a link to this list here below. And this is where you should start. If you live, let's say in the US, you come here, you click there, you see a description. I will have this like many different service sites ranked there, and you can read full tutorials. You can see how they pay out, how fast you can earn, and all that. And then you choose, the number you want to get started with. It can be 3, 5, 4, whatever you want to get started with, and then sign up for them, and then you can start earning right away. So you just choose your country, and that is how you can find out how you can get the most out of your time when it comes to paid surveys. So make sure to check that out if you want to earn by taking paid surveys. And it really is a easy and fast way to earn a bit of extra money on the side, as long as you do it with the right expectations and do not expect to become rich. And if this video helped you, then make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.